Alright, we're live. Hi there, guys. Welcome to another episode of Talking Time with Caffeine, Season 5, Episode 46, hashtag Halloween Stories. And this is the only podcast where we drink caffeine. And here's my fucking caffeine. So,
I have caffeine for once. I saw Jigsaw today, and I'm going to see Happy Death Day tomorrow, so I'm in a Halloween vibe.
sorry if I seem a little bit off-putting during this episode, because I literally just overcame a hard level in freaking Pilot Wings Resort. Well, the level, I guess, technically wasn't hard. It was more of the game just screwing me over, because in Pilot Wings Resort, if you want a perfect score, not only do you have to do every other objective that's in the mission, but you have to perfectly land the vehicle you're using. And I was using a plane for this level because it's only plane specific. And every single time I landed, it would not give me a perfect landing, even though I would do everything else in the level right. So basically, it would say, "Oh, you did everything else perfect? Well, you didn't land right, so your perfect's invalid." So screw that game. I beat that freaking level. Now I'm freaking happy. Now it's time to open a can of Mountain Dew. Anyways, so I guess Halloween stories for me, I don't really think I have too many Halloween stories that I guess would be interesting, other than, oh, I went trick-or-treating. Oh, wait a minute, no, I do have one particular story that is interesting, but Shnick probably has more than I do, like a lot more.
Truth is, I forget the last year I went trick-or-treating. It might have been the year the hurricane hit.
Which one?
Hurricane Sandy.
Hmm.
That was back in 2012. I was over at my because here's the thing, Halloween where I live got canceled unofficially 2 consecutive years in a row.
What? How does that happen?
Well, the first year, there was like a big blizzard that hit just before Halloween, and the second year, the hurricane hit. Halloween was not canceled per se, but let's just say a lot of parents would not open their doors to kids.
Wow.
We still walked around regardless both times, and we found a few houses where we struck gold.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just get the most interesting story of me trick-or-treating out of the way right now. 4th grade, I was Mr. Incredible.
I don't think I ever recalled anyone being an Incredible, so that one's pretty original.
Huh? You haven't recalled that? Well, the thing is, it wasn't a what?
I said I never recalled seeing anybody that was an Incredible, so that's a new one.
I'll tell you this much. Even though it was a Mr. Incredible outfit, I kept pretending I was Dash, the speedster.
Oh my god.
Elementary school Shnick at his finest.
Why'd you do that?
And it comes to the best part of the story.
The best part is that you realize that fucking Dash took a bunch of steroids. I mean, what? Then again, I guess he didn't. Then again, I guess he didn't inherit his dad's genes, so maybe he's speedy and strong at the same time. Holy shit!
I doubt that, but I'll tell you this much. What happened was we were trick-or-treating. What is Vandelia saying? Oh, what friend? Actually, yeah.
I guess someone might be
It's
joining
too
the
late to
podcast.
ask Jason. I'll ask Dominic.
I guess we might have a guest star appearing at mid-stream. That's different.
Yeah, well, let me just get to my story. So, we were walking around at the house, like in the neighborhood of a family friend, and of course, I keep running to each house as though I'm frickin' Dash. And then here's the best part.
What?
You ready? I tripped over something, fell straight on the pavement,
Oh.
and I badly scraped my knee.
Oh, God.
What did Dominic say? Alright, hang on. I'm gonna add him to the call. He agreed to it.
Oh, wow. Alright. Well, we now
Be aware I have to start playing Shell.
we might officially have someone joining midstream. That's a new one. Oh! And there he is,
Hello?
ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Welcome back. Yes, Dominic, I'll play Shell Shocked with you, but just let me finish this homework assignment quick.
Okay.
But yeah, first let me finish the story. So Dominic, I was just we're telling trick-or-treating stories because, you know, it's close to Halloween.
Got it.
And so, in 4th grade, I was Mr. Incredible, but for some retarded reason, I kept pretending I was Dash and Mr. Incredible at the same time. And when we were running through the neighborhood, like we were in the neighborhood of a family friend of my ma's, and what happened is, I kept running quickly to each house. Eventually, I tripped on something, and I badly scraped my knee on the pavement.
It's B-L-A-Z-E-D, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. A Z or an S?
What?
Your name.
Your username.
It's S.
Oh,
Oh,
it
it is. Yes, it is an S. It is an S. Yeah, I see you on Steam. So yeah, immediately I went into a crying fit, and my dad, for whatever reason, had me walking for the rest of the trick-or-treating.
What do you mean for whatever reason? I think that's a pretty understandable reason, Shnick. I mean, unless it's like I'm assuming that you couldn't like run or anything, anyways. But like,
yeah, but no. What happened was
regardless.
I was in constant pain throughout the rest of it.
well, there you go. No wonder why he made you walk.
Sure, it was nice poetic justice for me being an idiot, but at the same time, like, that wound could have gotten infected, and, like, I'm surprised my dad did not treat it or anything.
Well, I mean, what did he bring a first aid pack or something?
No, like, and
Well,
the
then
thing
there
is,
you
we were
go.
so close to the house of the family friend anyway. I'm surprised he didn't at least take me back to get it treated before we continued walking.
Oh. I don't know.
Like, he could have at least slapped a freaking Band-Aid on it, and of course he did after the fact, but...
Well, I mean, I guess he
But-
didn't want you to break character of Mr. Incredible. After all, you're supposed to be...
Oh, trust me, he did not want me to break character.
Even though technically you
Because
were
there's
breaking
this
character.
one scene in the movie, like the first scene where the Omni Droid attacks him, and there's a scene where he gets scratched on the arm and you see blood.
Oh yeah.
And my dad's like, "Oh, Mr. Incredible got a wound like that. Did he cry like you?" And then probably the best part was when we passed by another group of kids, and one girl actually shouted, "Hi, Mr. Incredible!" Because the wound irritated me, I just ignored her.
Wow.
And at one point, as she walked away without me answering, she's like, he's not Mr. Incredible." Yeah, and my dad's like, "Nick, why are you doing that? Mr. Incredible's a friendly guy."
Oh my god, your fucking dad is so ruthless at that time.
Oh my god, when I was overdramatic, he could be ruthless. My ma, even more so. I told you what happened with that one math teacher who failed my sister at a test because he didn't give her enough time.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, eventually we make it back after a nice agonizing walk, which honestly was well-deserved. For some reason, my dad kept claiming what I tripped over was a leaf.
A leaf.
What?
A leaf.
How the hell does someone trip on a fucking leaf?
The only way I see that as being possible is if you're walking on wet ground and there's like leaves on the ground that are like all wet, you slip.
Lip or whatever. Like, yeah, that would make sense.
I never seen a wet leaf have any slipping effects. How does that? I thought it's just stuck to the ground.
I don't know, I've actually seen them get slippery. I never slipped on one, but I've actually seen them get slippery.
Not once have I ever experienced a slippery wet leaf during my time in Colorado. Not once. I don't know how the fuck that would even be possible, but okay.
So yeah, that's the one ridiculous story. I'm trying... There's actually one point where I was Peter Pan one year, but the year I was Peter Pan, my mom and dad actually really wanted me to be Captain Hook, but I kept yelling Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the unfortunate part. I probably should have been Captain Hook the previous year and Peter Pan the following year, because at the Disney store, they have, like, little foam weapons for each. Like, they had... The first year, they had plenty of Captain Hook swords, but no Peter Pan knives. So, when I was walking around with Peter Pan's so-called knife, I was really using a giant-ass plastic pirate sword. But then the following year, when I was Captain Hook, they did have the Peter Pan knives on top of the Captain Hook swords.
That's funny.
But, yeah. So, what happened is... I go in my Peter Pan outfit, and we go in a haunted house. You know how in a haunted house you're just supposed to be scared by all the stuff that's in there?
Yeah.
In my elementary school freaking retardedness, I pulled out my damn sword and started trying to hit all of them.
That's what I would have done. I would have been like, back up.
Yeah, and at one point, there was this one girl, this one older girl dressed up as a witch trying to scare people, and she was holding this little cauldron. And at one point, I just raised the sword up and tried to just slash it down, and she used the cauldron to block my hit. And she's like, "No, no, no, Nikki, no hitting!"
Bitch, you don't stop me.
Oh my god. But then at that point, I started exaggeratedly screaming to get yacked. Oh, Dominic, on a side note, you know something retarded happened yesterday? I ordered a game for my Xbox One, and the disc would not install. It was
Really?
brand new.
That's weird.
From what I can... After Xbox tech support, I was talking with them for like 2 hours, and eventually they concluded it was probably the disc. So I took it to GameStop, and they ended up gutting another new copy. They gave me another disc. I brought it home today. Thankfully, it installed.
What game was it?
It was this.
Oh.
I like how you just... Oh. What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you didn't say anything? Yeah, because I actually got this because it was only $80. Comes with 2 whole games and the season pass.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. But Mario here hates the Call of Duty series.
I don't hate
I'm
them,
back.
but I don't play them. So.
What are we talking
Me either,
about?
just... nothing.
Oh.
So... Oh yeah, Mario, you want me to trigger you?
What?
Do you want me to trigger you quickly?
What do you mean quickly? What, you got something important?
Yeah. You notice that I never told you what that game was I got that didn't work.
What game? Wait, what are you even referencing? Oh, the Xbox game. What is that? What is that? Shnick? Is that fucking Infinite? No, is that fucking bullshit warfare?
Oh, the
bullshit
brothers
warfare?
meet at last. Where is it? The brothers meet at last. Yay!
Oh my fucking god, Shnick. Are you fucking serious? Is this a fucking prank?
No.
Did I get punked?
You did not get punked. This was only $80, and right now I actually like it.
That's the one with
God! Why would you spend $80 on that fucking cash grab? You could have spent that $80 on a good game.
But I have good games.
Those
all of them.
Those aren't good games. Those are fucking cash grabs. They fucking put in goddamn bullshit in the Modern Warfare remaster when they said they weren't. Holy hell, Shnick. Why did you do that? At least, okay. Did you buy it brand new?
Did I buy it brand new?
Did you at least have the decency to buy it used?
Yes.
Okay, fine. At least you didn't support them. That's what I fucking care most about. Wait, you didn't
Because,
spend any
to
money
be
in the game,
honest...
though, did you?
What?
Did you spend any money in-game?
Obviously, no. I don't buy
Okay.
microtransactions.
Okay, good. Okay. I thought at first you bought it new. Okay, well, at least you didn't support them, so that's all I fucking care about.
All I know... Dominic, what were you saying about it?
Is that the one without the space stuff, or is that the one with the space stuff?
It's both.
This one has the space stuff, and this one also has the Modern Warfare remaster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What?
Is that any good?
Mario here hates its guts, but I personally think it's okay. Like, it basically...
I played the...
I told you about goddamn Black Ops 3. Last year when I bought Black Ops 3, you were like, oh, it was your decision to buy it. If you enjoy it, that's fine. Now you're getting triggered over me doing the same thing a year later?
Because I thought you were supporting the fucking developers, and I fucking hate those developers.
All I know is that Call of Duty games are all the same to me. Like, They're dumb fun, and that's all they're meant to be.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. At least Treyarch had the decency to not fuck over their games by lying about not putting things in and then putting things in later on, and also having the decency to not fucking hold a remaster hostage in an attempt to have more sales in a fucking shitty game. At least they had the decency not to do that. Infinity Ward, they didn't have the decency to do that. They're fucking assholes. At least with this fucking game.
This is the only reason why I showed this to you, because I was originally just going to stay silent about it, but I only showed it to you because it's a horror movie now, and it's Halloween.
Oh my god. Seriously, I fucking hate Infinity Ward right now.
But that's why I also got it on Xbox One, because getting the PlayStation 4 version would have possibly tempted you or Brandon to avoid me suffering alone. But since I have the Xbox One version, you can't do that. Oh, and another reason I got it on Xbox One was so that I could get it used, because Modern Warfare Remastered installs from the disc, unlike the PS4 version.
Did you pre-order Battlefront 2?
No, I did not.
I did.
I should. Should I?
Did you see the new trailers and stuff?
Oh, I like how it has like all the prequel stuff in it and everything, and the sequels.
Yeah, they're gonna bring in so much stuff. It's gonna be like the old one, the original one.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. So, but bottom line is, Mario, Brandon was more mature than you were. I'm gonna be honest, because he actually said if I wanted to buy this, he says it's fine as long as I liked it. And truth is, the campaign and the zombie mode I actually really like. Multiplayer can go fuck itself though, because I don't really play unless it's with friends.
Well, the thing though was that I was kind of pissed off at first because I seriously thought, I'll use assume because that's actually what I was doing, but I assumed that you were supporting the developers by basically spending it as a new game instead of a used game. That's why I was freaking out, because I thought, you support the shitty developers.
Oh, Mario, one more thing. Even if I did buy it new, I don't think the Legacy Pro Edition supports them anymore.
The Legacy
because
Pro?
Because I actually asked GameStop today, they announced they don't make it anymore.
What's the Legacy Pro?
It's the one that has the season pass and everything in it on the disc.
Okay.
But yeah, so the Legacy Pro Edition was not like the Legacy Edition, which only comes with Modern Warfare Remastered. That's the version everyone was getting. But the Pro Edition was GameStop exclusive, and according to my local GameStop, they don't really make them anymore.
Well,
because the whole reason for the $80 sale was because I think they're trying to get rid of their backlog in order to make room for Call of Duty World War II.
That looks good.
Yeah, Call of Duty World War II I do want to get.
It looks beautiful.
They even said in the campaign they're doing something unheard of. They're getting rid of regenerating health.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
But yeah, my opinion, I do not regret the money. I have no other games to buy. And if I didn't buy this when I did, it probably would have vanished.
At least you didn't fucking spend it new. That's really all I care about.
I hate the game. It would have supported GameStop more than it would have supported Activision.
You know, I hate Infinite Warfare, and I do have grounds to say that because I did play the beta and it fucking sucked. But I do hate Infinite Warfare, but I fucking hate the developers more because they're fucking bullshit. Seriously. Oh, and my reasoning for hating Infinite Warfare is basically because apart from Modern Warfare, Infinite Warfare's everything is basically a copy-paste from Shit Ops 3. Literally a fucking copy-paste. It's stupid.
Well, I like the mechanics of Black Ops 3, and honestly, I like it in Infinite Warfare. Like I said, the Call of Duty games are not the best thing ever, but you know what? They're there for... They are just dumb fun, and they know that. They're meant to attract just average audiences who don't play games often. Like the Battlefield games, those have a lot of deep mechanics. Like, those are games you can't really play on your own.
Yeah, but even then, I still don't support the fact that they just literally can fucking copy-paste mechanics from another developer and basically call it original, and then fucking... like, it doesn't make sense why it... like, many people...
I will admit, a lot of stuff does
well,
seem to be
people
copied
don't
from
exactly
Black Ops
support
3.
it. What's that?
I'll admit, a lot of stuff does seem to be copied. A lot of the mechanics and gameplay style does seem to be copied from Black Ops 3, but the overall setting is completely different. Like, Black Ops 3 emphasized how machinery is everywhere, whereas I feel in Infinite Warfare there's more of a focus on humans, with some machines thrown in.
I have to disagree on that, actually. Infinite Warfare setting feels literally the same thing, and on top of that,
Except Black Ops 3 didn't go to space.
As for machinery is everywhere, literally you fucking can be a machine in the game. I'm not even joking. You literally can play as a machine. But you can.
But what I mean is, the whole thing with Black Ops 3 is that the whole story behind that game is everyone being like half machine. Like, Infinite Warfare is not going that route. Infinite Warfare's focus is more on telling a space story.
I suppose, but I mean, would you not say that it has the machines within the setting? Like,
well, it
like
does
the
have
point
machines,
of,
but all I'm saying is that just because it's similar in a lot of areas doesn't mean that I think it's a copy and paste, because honestly, to me, every Call of Duty game is a glorified expansion, and all the different settings, I think, are well.
As far as the mechanics of the game go, I don't think it's similar. I personally think it is literally the same exact mechanics. Everything that you can do in terms of movement in Shit Ops 3, you can do in Infinite Warfare the exact same way. In fact, during my play of the beta, I actually found that the wall running mechanics were even worse than Shit Ops 3, because I would note how difficult it would be to actually stay on the wall, as sometimes I would either not even cling on the wall, period, or I would just fall off for no reason. So, if anything, they made the fucking wall mechanics even harder. Also, this complaint goes towards Infinite Warfare and Shit Ops 3. I really just don't like the fact that, oh, you can use the slide ability, so then it basically makes it impossible for you to react fast enough and get an easy kill on someone. Like, really? I've had that shit happen to me multiple times, and it fucking pisses me off.
Because babies' kisses.
I think we went way off topic with Halloween, honestly.
Well, that's the whole reason I wanted to trigger you, because I basically...
Oh, unless you're referencing what happened to me last year with fucking Shit Ops 3, Shnick.
Oh, yeah, Dominic, you should have seen. We tried playing Black Ops 3 Zombies for a Halloween special, and for some reason there was this weird bug. What?
I had that one on my Xbox. That's the last Call of Duty I bought.
What'd you think of it? You hate it?
I only played it for the zombies.
Well, the thing is, Infinite Warfare is a zombie mode too, and I actually do like it. The only problem is that it doesn't have a whole lot of maps.
What was the one before? Was it Infinite Warfare, the one where you had, like, the jetpack and shit?
Advanced Warfare had a zombie mode that was only 4 maps, and that one was entirely locked to the DLC.
I hated that fucking zombies.
You hated that one?
Black Ops 2 was where it's at with them zombies. Oh my god.
Yeah, Black Ops 2... I would say the original Black Ops and Black Ops 2 did it the best, but one thing I really like about Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, I'm not kidding when I say that, is how they have a leveling system.
Yeah.
Like, it just encourages you to play more and more and more, whereas the previous zombie modes, like, just say, oh, it's zombies, play it.
Yeah. Sure.
But, yeah, like, in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, they have you, like, unlocking all these perks, like, sure, I think they throw in microtransactions, but they are not at all necessary.
Black Ops 2 has started the ranking system with zombies.
Yeah, but yeah, like the whole point with Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare is to level up, unlock new loadouts, customizing your guns, getting new sets of perks, and basically the whole point is to just level up more and more so that you can survive longer.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
just like that progression they add.
Honestly, it's hard for me to really make a decision on what mode I liked in Shit Ops 3 for zombies, though in terms of all three Black Ops, I think I liked Black Ops 1 zombies the best. I don't know, I just kind of like the design a little bit better. But Black Ops 2 zombies for me was meh. It was okay. I didn't really hate it or enjoy it particularly. It was just okay.
The map with the staffs was my fucking map. Me and like my friends would go, all night with that one with the staffs. I can't remember what the map was called, but it had the huge cyclops and everything. We'd be on that map all night. We've gotten around like 100 on that map. Oh my god. It was like insane. We got super good with all the staffs and shit. That was like our map. I loved that map. That was my map.
But then when we get to Shit Ops 3, here's the thing. I personally think that my most favorite mode in Shit Ops 3 was probably Zombies, yet at the same time, Zombies mode was probably at its worst in terms of Treyarch's zombies, because, well, at least with 1 and 2, you could actually, you know, play the map fine, and fucking, you know, get set up quickly and all that. But then when you get to Shit Ops 3 zombies, all of a sudden, it's just down fucking hill. Because first off, they only provide you one map, and they don't even make it that good, because, well, you have to set up so fucking much that it's kind of ridiculous, and it's so complicated that you literally would have to look up a tutorial just to learn how to set up.
To me, that's every single zombie map, if we're being honest.
No,
that's true.
Not really, though, because, okay, what was it called? Shadows of Evil or something like that? I'm thinking it's Shadows of Evil, but, Shadows of Evil requires you to use a new mechanic, and it makes you have to do so many different things that it kind of gets complicated at times. And not only that, but you have to do even more setup just to freaking get better swords in that freaking map, and oh my god, it is a pain in the ass. And the Margwas, I fucking despise the Margwas in that game, honestly. Not because of the fact that, oh, when you shoot down a head, a bug comes out. No, I don't hate it because of that. I hate it because when you use Juggernaut, it doesn't do shit. Literally, it just instantly kills you no matter what. I don't like how it can instantly kill you with one swoop no matter what. Except maybe if you had... Actually, no, I think it even kills you if you had your shield out, but... That's just something I really hated. I mean, you couldn't at least take, like, most damage and knock off the Juggernaut effects afterwards or something like that? No, it's just, no matter what, one hit kill, you're done. Like, why? Yeah, quick revive helps, but I mean...
Wow!
Well, that is if you're in single-player mode, at least. The only redeeming factor that could actually really help you would be the bot that can actually fight with you and revive you. But even then, you still have to do a bunch of setup just to even freaking get the thing. Not to mention that collecting the pieces is still a pain in the ass, because you have to find it, and... Well, if you're playing the first time, you're not going to know where it is, or actually the first multiple times, and you have to look up another tutorial for that. And it's just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. It gets to a point where if you're trying to upgrade your sword, then you're basically fighting Margwas. And I've seen arguments from people that also hate the Margwas saying, oh, I thought this was zombies. Margwas aren't zombies, they're more like aliens. And that's what they
friggin'
are.
Black Ops 2 had ghosts in it.
Oh,
Yeah, Dominic, you remember that one that went underground, that map?
Yep.
Yeah, that one had ghosts.
Yep.
I can't vouch for Black Ops 2 because I never experienced that part.
All I'm saying is that zombie mode is meant to be a crazy mode, and now I will give you a bit of credit.
And by the way, I wasn't done either.
Well, I just want to say, Infinite Warfare does feel a lot similar to Black Ops 3. Except, I think with Infinite Warfare it makes more sense, because that's the whole point of the game. Future, space, robots, everything. Whereas with Black Ops 3, it was riding off an established property that started in Vietnam in the 60s. And because Black Ops 3 is so disconnected from the other games, like, I feel like it should not have been called Black Ops 3.
Well,
No, 'cause it doesn't...
here's my question, though. Why couldn't Shit Ops 3 have jetpacks, but Infinite Warfare could? Because the whole point of the jetpacks was part of the futuristic setting, was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, but my big thing is that Black Ops 3... Like, Dominic, what were you going to say?
Well, yeah, because Black Ops 3 wasn't even, like... It's super detached from 2.
Yeah, like, aside from a brief mention of the villain of Black Ops 2 and the return of the Nova 6 grenades from Black Ops 1, there is no mention of the events of those games in World at War.
Yeah.
Like, the zombie mode's connected, but that's the zombie mode. And... yeah, like, to me, they could have just called it anything else. Like, that was the most disappointing part of the story, how it does not connect. And you can argue that's because Black Ops 2 has a story that plays out differently depending on your choices. But at the same time, Treyarch actually did choose a canon set of events.
Yep.
So, they could have continued off of it, but... yeah, but I think we did go way off topic. Bottom line is, I don't regret my purchase, and Mario, even if I did buy it new and it supported the developers, be aware, I'm one guy.
Yeah.
Millions of people voted with their wallets when the game ended up selling very badly compared to other entries.
I don't know, maybe I just overreact sometimes on purpose, but still,
Yeah,
I wouldn't have wanted to even support developers regardless.
Look at it this way. You could say, I theoretically would have supported them because they're making Call of Duty World War II.
I thought that was Sledgehammer that was doing that.
Well, Activision's the publisher for all of them.
Activision seems to be more of the final say with games, because I believe that Treyarch did make comments like they didn't want to necessarily have microtransactions, but Activision forced them to.
Well, that's what publishers are going to do, because the thing is, there is a lot of dumb kids out there that spend money on the microtransactions. The developers know they don't like... The developers might not want to add it, and the masses might not like it, but because there's people that support it, the publishers want to take advantage of it. But truth is, I have not seen a AAA game that absolutely requires them.
Well, what's funny is, because Battlefront 2, a lot of people were nervous.
Yeah, Battlefront 2. Like, honestly, I was... that's why I'm kind of on the fence. But you know what? I might ask for Battlefront 2 for Christmas. Xbox?
They cut back so much on what you're able to buy in that game now through transactions, because people were so worried that you'd be able to, like, just bump up your character so much, so they cut back so much on it. Now you can
honestly... Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind if they make it like cosmetic things only.
Yeah, you have to work for your skills in that game, which is awesome.
Yeah, but if it's like stuff like skins, they're like, that's fine.
Yeah, skins, I don't care. You can buy all the skins you want, but it doesn't make you any better. I just don't want you to have because you paid $20 and I'm like level 50 and I like worked my way up to this weapon.
I guess.
Yeah, like GTA 5. They definitely were not done well because in GTA 5 you can purchase money.
Oh yeah, you can just buy your way up to the best shit ever. That's exactly what I did. I exactly did that. I was like, you know what? I have an extra $50 on Xbox. Boom, done. I have this awesome ass house, all this guns and cars, done. I don't need to play it.
Oh yeah, I think they even provided code cards for you too. So
yeah,
I guess the way I look at it for those two games are two wrongs don't necessarily make a right. Sure, like, is there good things about those games? Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit there are some good things, but the majority of the game I don't like, so it's not really that fun to not want to play the majority of the game, so... Does Infinite Warfare have a good campaign? As I've heard, but... I mean, do I want to play zombies? No, because it doesn't really look too interesting to me. Do I want to play multiplayer? No, because it's basically the same thing that Black Ops 3 was, so... That's like 2 modes out of 3 that I don't want to play, or I do want to play, or whatever, so what's the point? I might as well only pay enough money for the campaign, but I can't do that, so there you go.
To me, the one Call of Duty that I loved was Modern Warfare 3. That was like my game.
Speak of the devil. Mario, you're looking at the only Call of Duty game I ever purchased brand new at launch. $100.
Damn.
Personally, I think $80 for the Infinite Warfare I spent was more worth it because that game gave me 2 games. This one gave me 1 with the season pass.
I really loved that game.
I was actually playing the campaign on Veteran the other day.
That was my game. I was like, that was the one multiplayer I prestiged, I think, like, twice or 3 times. That was the one game I, like, rocked. I prestiged once in Black Ops 2, but that was the one game I rocked, that game.
All I'm saying is, I don't regret my purchase, and honestly, if I don't regret my purchase, like, if I did regret it, sure, you could rub it in my face and say, I told you so, and you certainly could have did that, because remember how Black Ops 3 zombies multiplayer would not work?
Well, you still, but you still ended up liking it nonetheless, though.
What?
You still ended up liking it nonetheless, despite the fact that Brandon's internet basically made it unplayable.
I think I'm the one that connected. Like, we could only ever connect through him, but his internet made it unplayable. When I hosted a server with him, like, it worked fine for me. But, like, this game was about to take it a step further by not installing, period. But thankfully I got it working. It was just a dumb disk issue.
Well, even though you were probably a host and it worked for Brandon, I believe that I couldn't connect.
Yeah, you couldn't.
The game forced... It's as if the game forced us to literally have Brandon as the host, and that's the only way it would let both of us connect to him, or through him, instead of anybody else, no matter what we did that night, and that seriously pissed me off, because I sincerely tried liking that game for a year, so, I mean, I feel that my reaction that night was pretty justified, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, and here's another game I spent a good while trying to like, Mario. Dominic, you know how they got rid of the story mode in this?
Yeah, that was very depressing.
Yeah, so bottom line is people have their own tastes.
That disappointed even me.
The funny thing is that I didn't even spend nearly as much money as you did, and I ended up not liking it.
You know what's funny? I spent 100... You thought $80 for Infinite Warfare is bad? $150! $40 for the 3DS version, $60 for the Wii U version, and then $50 in those damn characters. And people, it's funny, people say Call of Duty season passes are not worth it. At least you get more multiplayer maps to play on, and whole freaking zombie maps with tons of Easter eggs to discover. What does Smash Bros. 4 give you? Single characters, $50, and that's A-OK. Oh, you could argue that the characters are the same value as, like, the maps and all that, but when Call of Duty does it, it's a sin. When Smash Bros. Does it, it's A-OK.
That's because it's Nintendo, everyone...
Oh.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of diehard Nintendo fanboys, but...
And also, people I knew that also played Smash 4, literally what happened was, okay, Smash 4 for 3DS came out. Oh my god, this is so good! When the Wii U version came out, there's no point for 3DS anymore. Toss. That's literally what happened. It was a strange phenomena, considering that at the time, I thought, why did you throw Smash 3DS out the window? That's portable. And then you'll realize that it's like, well, who cares?
Well, the 3DS version gives you, like, next to nothing to do.
Well, the Wii U version does the same thing, though.
Well, the Wii U version's a little better through having a couple more modes like events, but that's it.
Honestly, I surprisingly felt like I didn't like the Wii U version as much as the 3DS, because I guess it was the fact that the 3DS at the time, I just said, oh, well, at least they have the excuse of having a console that's not a home console, but a portable console. So it has drawbacks, I guess. But the whole fact was that Smash did something new, which was make it portable at least. But then the Wii U version, I had higher expectations for it because it was on a home console. Well, I think that was the only reason, was because it was on a home console compared to a portable console. And what did we get? We get a shitty intro, which the 3DS didn't even have an intro, but it was probably better not to have an intro nonetheless, because they would have made that shit. But the fucking intro was so very lazy, like, oh my god. I was fucking shocked to see a lazy-ass intro. I was appalled from that. And also, some of the other designs of the game I didn't really like. For example, Classic Mode's way of them doing things I didn't really like as much, because it just... Basically, it's freaking figurines in a square, and you have to move it to go to a fight or something. At least in 3DS, it looked a little bit better by, you know, having the character run on a track and actually progressing, quote-unquote.
Not to mention the freaking... Both games in Classic Mode, there's like no break the targets, no race to the finish, no challenges. All it is fighting.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so bottom line is, everyone has their own personal taste, but to me, I don't think Smash Bros. 4 deserved like 90% it got on freaking Metacritic and game rankings. Like, honestly, I think the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare score, which was like 77, that's actually pretty accurate.
Wait, Call of Duty score? Wait, which one?
Black Ops 3 got like an 84, but then Infinite Warfare got like a 77.
I think that's rightfully so.
Yeah, like Infinite Warfare, 77. Like, multiplayer's a little generic, but the campaign, I'm actually really digging the campaign right now. And when I play the zombie mode, I like the zombie mode. Kind of want to reinstall Black Ops 3 though, because I have Zombie Chronicles, and for some reason, Dominic, Shell Shock is freezing for me. I'm trying to get in.
Oh, and also I didn't like the frickin' Club Nintendo reward you got for getting both versions of Smash 4, because
all you get is one single character.
Well, that, Well, okay, to be fair, they weren't exactly finished with the other characters at the time, and even at that point in time when they announced it, they weren't even done with Mewtwo yet, so I'll give them that. But it was mainly... I was mainly disappointed of the fact that the soundtrack CDs just sucked ass because it didn't even include most of the songs that both versions had. It was really stupid. Like, I swear that a CD could hold more songs than what was actually given compared to in-game. Oh my god.
We went way off topic. Like, maybe we should get back to Halloween now.
Holy fucking shit. That was a train wreck.
Well, what can I say? I wanted to trigger you, so... Maybe because of what happened a year ago now.
Huh? What do you mean?
Maybe I did show you this game to remind you.
Yeah, and that was a fucking scary time. And that's not even being cliche.
But we got the elegant spin out of it.
Yeah, 2 months later.
Basically, what I'm referring to is that he destroyed his copy of Black Ops 3 2 months later as a New Year's special. And when I say elegant spin, he basically pretended the 360 no-scope as he threw the parts of the game he had broken apart.
Or at least that's the best explanation I can think of. Well, actually, I think it is what I did, but I don't know.
Alright. Well, Dominic, I finally got in the game. You can invite me.
Alright, I invited you.
Alright. Anyways, let's get back to Halloween. Let me try to think. I remembered one year when I was trying to go trick-or-treating, I had to be Harry Potter. And there were a couple of immature kids saying I was nerdy or uncool to be Harry Potter. They may have been sarcastic, but you know frickin' me. Like, middle school me always got triggered when something didn't go my way. Brandon never answered you, Mario?
No. Well, oh wait, no. He did. He said that he's playing games with his family. That's what he told me. So anyways, people said you were too nerdy to be Potter.
Yeah, they basically said I was nerdy for being Harry.
Oh, okay. Was that it?
Yeah, kind of with that story. And then eventually, I just decided to put on a sweater, and I started carrying around a pillowcase for my ma. Anytime someone asked, like I was just walking around in casual clothes, you all know what people would say to me and what I would answer?
What?
What?
I said I was a college kid.
Oh my god. So, is that it, or?
Yeah, like, why don't any of you tell stories, because I think I talked too much.
Well, that's a first. I mean, what? Oh, sorry. Oh, I have a story. So, okay, so there was one year where I had a friend that lived around the block from me, and a couple of used-to-be friends in the same neighborhood up the street, and we all lived fairly close to each other, like walking distance close, and the other two friends even closer to each other, but I asked one of my friends if we could go trick-or-treating because we were still young enough to do that. And I think he said yes, But then when I went up Halloween day to go up to them when trick-or-treating started... Well, okay, I need to explain this a little bit backstory. It's not too long, it's just basically explaining who's who. There was two people, Callie and Kelsey. I've talked about Callie before, but if anyone here remembers the name but doesn't remember why she's important in any sense of my past stories, Callie was the two-knifed girl. And then there's another person named Kelsey, which was, I believe, an older sister of Callie. And I don't think I ever talked about
She had an
Kelsey
older
in the past.
sister.
Yeah, I don't think, well, two older sisters and one younger sister, but the younger sister isn't really important, really. But the older sister, Kelsey, oh, and it's not like she was, like, 18 or whatever. She was about the same age as Callie. But, Kelsey was pretty rude a lot of the time. Like, she was kind of a bitch, to be honest with you. And there was no reason for that either. Absolutely no reason. Yet she was just that way for who knows why. And yeah, that's basically all you need to know about Kelsey, really. I never explained who Kelsey was before until now. But anyways, so I go up to the group, and Kelsey basically tells me that I can't go with them because they already planned with that other person beforehand. It's as if, oh, I need to plan with this person first, otherwise nobody else can go. I didn't understand why she even said that. I still don't understand what her thinking at the time was. I don't know if it was she didn't want me there, or if it was for the reason she told me. But honestly, I thought that reason was pretty fucking retarded. There was absolutely no reason for her to even say that, because just because she planned to go with that person that I also know does not make it any right to tell me that knows both of these people to basically say go away in a sense because they already planned to. I just don't fucking understand that philosophy. And I was pretty upset because, well, like I said, it was just bullshit. And then I got back at her next year for pre-planning with the same exact person, and then on top of that, making it known that they can't go with me and him because we planned. Got my fucking revenge on that bitch. There was also one year where I was with Callie and my dad was there with me to supervise, like usual. And, I think this was either a year or two after or before the previous story, but it's not too long of a story. We basically got lost to the point where we did a whole lot of walking, to the point where my feet actually hurt, and we didn't. It's not like we had a vehicle or anything, so we literally had to walk a lot of the time, or all the time. I don't know how we even got lost. I think we were trying to go somewhere specific according to Callie, and she got us lost, and we just, I guess, aimlessly walked until we eventually found our way out of the neighborhood, and then we had to walk all the way back to ours, and yeah, we got our way back. Not really too anything exciting. Other than that, I don't really have anything else, to be quite honest.
About you, Dominic?
I don't know. I don't know if I really have anything. I don't think so.
Am I the only one with the good Halloween stories?
You're the one who has a bunch of fucking stories at disposal.
Hey, at least the freaking Call of Duty rant counted as a Halloween story after what happened last year.
Oh yeah.
Put that in the description! We tell stories of Halloween and trick-or-treating as Shnick reminds Mario of a Halloween incident from the Halloween incident from last year. But yeah, let me think. Well, I already told Dominic here, Blaze1770, E46 about how when I was dressed up as Peter Pan in 2nd grade, I went into a haunted house, and you know how you're supposed to act scared in a haunted house because of all the people coming out to jump scare you? I pulled out a freaking pirate sword that I was given because we didn't have any Peter Pan foam knives from the Disney store, and I just started hitting everybody.
Wow. So you hit the people that worked there to, I don't know.
No, it was actually at an after-school event I would attend. Like, all the people there knew me, like, they were the older kids. And at one point, there was one girl dressed up as a witch holding a cauldron, and I actually... Holy shit, I actually hit somebody. But what happened was, she lifts a cauldron she was holding and blocks one of my sword hits, and she's like, "No, Nikki, no hitting!"
Oh, by the way, Shnick, I put it in the description.
Oh, you did? Oh, God. Because I'll admit, part of me wanted to remain silent about me getting Infinite Warfare, because I knew you were going to get triggered. But then I figured, you know what, it's Halloween. I need to remind you of that story.
I'm already over it.
All you need to know is that I didn't waste my money. I'm not mad.
I'm not saying you wasted your money or not. I'm pretty over it now, honestly.
Dominic, tell him that his eyes are very red.
Gets triggered 30 minutes later, or not 30 minutes, I guess 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, oh, I'm okay.
It's okay.
I don't know, I overreact to things on, I guess, purpose sometimes. It just...
Yeah, but still, your reaction was gold, and we need to show it to Brandon.
Oh, God. I feel like people are gonna ridicule me after that, though.
Well, yeah, there is some call. I mean, the thing is, Infinite Warfare is... Well, here's the thing. Here's one thing that'll probably get your blood boiling some more. It looks like people think Infinite Warfare is not... Like, the people who don't like Infinite Warfare think Ghost is worse.
Ooh, Ghost is terrible. Ghost.
Why is Ghost so terrible? I mean, yeah, there was that one huge map, but apart from that...
Hated that game so much.
Truth is, I thought Ghost was okay, but eh.
I thought Ghost was pretty good, apart from that one huge map and the ending. I thought the ending to the campaign honestly sucked, and the worst part is that we're not even gonna get any answers to the cliffhanger if they're not gonna make a sequel to Ghost.
You know what's funny about that? At first, I thought they made Infinite Warfare because of Ghost's middling reception. No. Turns out it was always the plan to make Infinite Warfare because the thing is, Ghost had one mission set in space, and some developers were like, what if we made an entire game like that?
I mean, the space concept was okay, I guess. I mean...
The space concept's been around for a long time, though.
I mean, I hear in the campaign you could actually fly a friggin' spaceship, and you could do a lot of side missions in order to collect upgrades for it.
In Ghosts or in
Infinite Warfare?
Oh, okay.
I'll admit, at least Infinite Warfare's campaign has a defined main character instead of you playing as a nameless character you customize in Black Ops 3.
Seriously, anytime someone says, I hate Ghosts, I have a hard time understanding why, apart from, like, 2 reasons I can think of that I would be annoyed at Ghosts at. I mainly hate the fucking ending for a campaign. Sure, the huge map is bad and all, but the campaign's ending, that was just poorly written. Like, okay, how the hell can someone survive an explosion, swim back to the shore, and then on top of that, get behind the main characters? How is that even possible? Like, that, no, you can't just fucking do that. That doesn't even make any sense whatsoever, and it's just not even fucking scientifically possible. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't like it only because I just didn't like, for some reason, the mechanics and the way it was running didn't feel smooth to me. Like, I couldn't get into, like, a good rhythm with it and stuff. I just didn't like the way it felt for me. That was just me. I just
to me, I did think the setting of, like, post-apocalyptic United States was kind of unique. To me, if they knew they were going to be jumping into Infinite Warfare and know it was going to be disconnected from Ghost, they should not have made Ghost a sequel bait ending.
Yeah.
I feel like they're supposed to have plans for Ghost too, yet at the same time, it's like you don't even get to know that until they eventually announce it, or you just have to assume, oh, they're not gonna make it, just like how Half-Life 3 was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Half-Life 3 is never going to be made. We all know that.
Mm-hmm. But there's still hope for a Ghost 2. But, I mean, honestly, with Infinite Warfare... No, with Infinity Ward's bullshit that they pulled with Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, I don't know if I want to even bother looking at a Ghost 2. I mean, I don't think I would personally buy Ghost 2 for the campaign, to be quite honest, because they're probably just going to pull the same shit once again, or similar shit that they did for Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare. I'll probably just look up a Let's Play if they ever did it, and just fucking go from there, I guess.
I would do.
Honestly, way I see it, I didn't even pay much for Ghost. I paid like, what, $35 to get the Hardened Edition with the Season Pass and everything.
You paid $35 for all the DLC. I think I paid about $10 or less for the game itself, just generally.
Well, no, $35 to get the game and the DLC.
Yeah, that's why I said Shnick.
Yeah, and the thing is, I did like the Extinction mode. It was actually very unique.
Yeah, I did enjoy the Extinction
I even beat
mode.
the first map in the Extinction mode all on my own.
On what difficulty?
Oh, there were difficulties?
There was 3 different difficulty settings, Shnick.
I think I did it at the easiest, but even on easy mode, it's not a walk in the park.
No, but it is considerably easier than normal, I can tell you that much.
I guess.
I mean, let's be honest, getting through that fucking map is a fucking challenge in itself. Putting it on veteran, oh my god, good fucking luck. But yeah, I thought Extinction was pretty fun, actually. I really enjoyed it.
I'll tell you one improvement Infinite Warfare brings to the campaign.
And what?
Well, actually, maybe just to the normal gameplay. When you hide behind a wall, if you go to like the edge of the wall and you aim down the sights, you can actually lean from behind the wall, and that gives you a lot more cover.
We had that since Ghosts, by the way. Sorry to break your bubble.
That was in Ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, you could even have the option to disable that.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. So I guess that was an improvement for Ghosts. I think it was also in Shit Ops 3. I'm pretty sure it was.
I think so.
Well, I don't remember having it.
Well, nonetheless, we had it ever since Ghosts, so... Yeah, sorry
That's
sorry
bullshit.
about that, Shnick. Did you say that's bullshit? Oh my god. No, I don't call it copying for them using the lean feature in shit-ups during Infinite Warfare. That's just a... I guess that's a feature. The movement system is a fucking... Oh my god.
No one's in the chat, right?
There's no one watching.
Wow. Everyone's out having a Halloween party.
I thought they did that on actual Halloween. Oh, right. Then again, there's people...
Well, it's the weekend. I'm having my own little Halloween movie going out.
One watching. Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. Come on, motherfucker.
Well, I guess another thing we can ask is, what do we do nowadays for Halloween exactly?
Well, sometimes I'll play horror games or watch horror movies. Like this weekend, today I actually went to go see Jigsaw, and tomorrow I'm probably going to see Happy Death Day.
Was it good?
Jigsaw? What?
Was it good? Jigsaw.
I thought it was alright. Like, it definitely, like, they definitely put a new spin on what happened. Like, the thing with the Saw movies is that the killer does what he does basically to make his victims appreciate life. Like, like the way he intends is for them to escape the traps.
Yeah.
But they do something completely different if you wanted to see it. Like, because it is one of the better reviewed movies in the series, actually.
There's a whole series dedicated to this?
Yeah, originally it was like, they came out yearly, and then they stopped in 2010. Like, this year it came back. Then tomorrow I'm going to see Happy Death Day, because I've heard that is surprisingly good. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Dominic, have you seen commercials for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's basically like a dark comedy. Like, this one girl keeps getting killed by this one guy wearing a mask, and she keeps waking up the morning where it happens, and, like, she keeps trying to figure out how to outsmart him, and then becomes, like... And then she keeps waking up after being killed by him. She's like, oh, god damn that idiot!
Again! I want to see it. It looks hilarious.
Yeah, it is basically meant to be like a dark comedy, so... I am going to see it tomorrow despite all the rain, but my dad said he'll drive me.
Nice. You gotta text me how it is.
Yeah, I'll text you. Probably right after. And meanwhile, I have to stop at my freaking GameStop and tell them thank you for giving me a new disc.
Just goes up there. Thanks for getting me another disc, by the way. Who are you?
Well, they know me at the store.
Oh.
Which one?
The GameStop at mall. Like, one of them actually says, "What's up, Nick?" Anytime I go in.
Yeah, the one.
And I don't even have to give him my power-up card. He just pulls up my account all on his own.
That's what I do. Pretty much up there.
Huh.
They pretty much like know who I am at this point. They're like.
Meanwhile, in Infinite Warfare, I found my first sniper rifle.
Nice.
I don't know why I like using sniper rifles in the campaign. I unlocked the palm weapon.
I guess for me, in terms of what I do for Halloween, I guess I could say I'm trying to do Halloween specials, because I got nothing better to do. Though,
what are you going to do this Halloween?
If you're curious to know, this time I actually want to do, well, basically, start to finish it, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time on my Wii U, because I have it for Virtual Console. I would have to do it in multiple settings, but I think I might have a chance to do it. But what sucks is that my fucking district, dude, oh my god. You wanna know what they decided to do?
What?
Have a fall break for an entire week in the middle, like beginning to middle portion of October, but then no break for actual Halloween. And
They never do a break for Halloween. What are you talking about?
In my schools in Colorado, they did.
What?
It breaks.
Yeah, here in Connecticut, they never did that. The most they would do is give us no homework on Halloween.
That was a maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, like in elementary school, mostly they did that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
In fact, I remember in 5th grade, like all of us are like the teacher just eyes the whiteboard where she writes down the homework assignments, and then everyone's like, "Oh, please, miss, please, please, it's Halloween, we want to go trick-or-treating." She looks at us, she looks at the whiteboard, she starts writing on it. At first, everyone's like, "Oh, come on, miss." She was just writing "Safe Halloween."
Yeah, I loved when they did that. It pissed me off. Like, don't do fucking. Oh, okay. Swear to God. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess I got lucky in Colorado, but it feels weird that they wouldn't give you a break for Halloween. I mean, it's like they give you a break for like Martin Luther King Jr. Day or Veterans Day, and you know, as a kid, it's like, who cares? But then they don't give.
Honestly, I care because I'm getting a freaking day off.
I cared. It was the day off, man. It was the fucking day off.
Well, I mean, I was saying more.
Oh
yeah. I was speaking more of the actual purpose of the day, not the fact that they cared because it was a break day. But I mean, like literally, it's like, who cares about Martin Luther King Jr. Day? And I'm saying when you're a kid, by the way. I don't know anybody that would care about these days, but you know, there's people out there. I won't say that's not it, but kids don't care about Martin Luther King Jr. Day other than the fact that it's a break day. But then you go and you don't make Halloween a holiday that people actually care more about, generally speaking. Not like you don't give them a break for that day. Yeah. Why? It's fucking Halloween. I thought that's supposed to be what happens, because you do it for like every other fucking holiday that I wouldn't really consider major. But I don't get that shit. Oh, and then here's the kicker. They give me a fall break for an entire week, but then Thanksgiving break is only 2 days.
We get a week for Halloween. We get a week for Thanksgiving. Or I get from Tuesday to next Monday.
Yeah, and then as for Christmas break or winter break, I have no idea. But
holy shit, I'm the only survivor.
But hopefully it better be a fucking week at least, because
we get, I think, 7.
God.
I think we get 7 weeks.
I think that's because you go to Shnick's college, don't you?
No.
No? Oh, well, I don't know how it works.
He goes to college in Rhode Island.
Oh, well then I don't know.
It's funny, I stayed in my home state, Connecticut. My sister went to Massachusetts, he went to Rhode Island.
Well then I wonder if colleges generally have it where they have longer breaks later on.
Oh, they do. Like, during the school year itself, there's little in the way of holiday. There's little in the way of school cancellations for holidays. But the catch is that your Christmas vacation and your summer vacation are far longer. And that is embarrassing what I just did on Shell Shock.
I get out in like the beginning of May.
Yeah, like, to provide an example, our Christmas vacation in elementary to high school would be about a week and a half. Like, it would start like the day before Christmas Eve, and it would end like a few days after New Year's. In college, our Christmas vacation begins like in the middle of December and ends at the middle of January. Like it's a whole month.
Yeah, we get 7 weeks, I think.
Yeah, and then summer vacation for us in elementary, middle, and high school, it would start about towards the end of June and end towards the end of August. In college, it begins like towards the beginning of May, and it ends at the end of August.
I think I get out on May as well, but I think from last year, it was like later in May, towards the end, I think. And I don't even remember when I got out in Colorado. To be quite honest, I feel like we should start wrapping this up because I think
we at 2 hours?
It. Well, we're at 1 hour and 21 minutes, but I think we exhausted everything we can do unless there's something else someone has to talk about.
I mean, well, we exhausted everything we could talk about for Halloween.
And most of the podcast was off topic to begin with, so...
Well, it was referencing a Halloween event from a year ago, kind of.
Okay, I'll give you that, but...
Yeah.
I mean... I don't know.
I guess, yeah, that won't all have to be 2 hours.
Okay.
How about this? We'll end early and now go have a safe Halloween party.
In that case, if you enjoyed this podcast, look out for whatever Vandalia does next. I don't know if he's going to be doing another live stream on Twitch.
No!
Or
Deadpool Commando, what are you doing?
He wants to take a point.
Well,
He's taking point, but I'm about to hit him with the roller because I was gonna roll it down the hill.
Anyways, go check out my channel, MarioTube 101. Go check out Shnick 1990's channel, and
oh, it missed. Thank you. It hit popcorn.
And check out Blazed 1776's channel. And with that,
have you been uploading anything on there recently? I don't think so.
Not recently. I'm gonna try to do it when I'm back for Christmas and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, I can feature you on my channel at some point. Or hell, we can even record a video or two after this.
Yeah, why not?
Well, check his channel out for whatever he already put up there. And as always, enjoy the randomness. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Peace.